Chapter 4. Kiss me, damn it, I implore him, but I can't move. I'm paralyzed with a strange, unfamiliar need. Completely captivated by him. I'm staring at Christian Grey's mouth, mesmerized, and he's looking down at me, his gaze hooded, his eyes darkening. He's breathing harder than usual, and I've stopped breathing altogether. I'm in your arms. Kiss me, please. He closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and gives me a small shake of his head as if in answer to my silent question. When he opens his eyes, again, it's with some new purpose, a steely resolve. Anastasia, you should steer clear of me. I'm not the man for you, he whispers. What? Where is this coming from? Surely I should be the judge of that. I frown, and my head swims with rejection. Breathe, Anastasia, breathe. I'm going to stand you up and let you go, he says quietly, and he gently pushes me away. Adrenaline has spiked through my body, from the near miss with the cyclist or the heady proximity to Christian, leaving me wired and weak. No. My psyche screams as he pulls away, leaving me bereft. He has his hands on my shoulders, holding me at arm's length, carefully watching my reactions, and the only thing I can think is that I wanted to be kissed. Made it pretty damned obvious, and he didn't do it. He doesn't want me. He really doesn't want me. I have royally screwed up the coffee. Morning. I've got this. I breathe, finding my voice. Thank you, I mutter, awash with humiliation. How could I have misread the situation between us so utterly? I need to get away from him. For what? He frowns. He hasn't taken his hands off me. For saving me, I whisper. That idiot was riding the wrong way. I'm glad I was here. I shudder. To think what could have happened to you. Do you want to come and sit down in the hotel for a moment? He releases me, his hands by his sides, and I'm standing in front of him feeling like a fool. With a shake, I clear my head. I just want to go. All my vague, unarticulated hopes have been dashed. He doesn't want me. What was I thinking? I scold myself. What would Christian Grey want with you? My subconscious mocks me. I wrap my arms around myself and turn to face the road and note with relief that the green man has appeared. I quickly make my way across, conscious that Grey is behind me. Outside the hotel, I turn briefly to face him, but cannot look him in the eye. Thanks for the tea and doing the photo shoot, I murmur. Anastasia? He stops, and the anguish in his voice demands my attention, so I peer unwillingly up at him. His gray eyes are bleak as he runs his hand through his hair. He looks torn, frustrated, his expression stark. All his careful control has evaporated. What, Christian? I snap irritably after he says, nothing. I just want to go. I need to take my fragile, wounded pride away and somehow nurse it back to health. Good luck with your exams, he murmurs. Huh? This is why he looks so desolate. This is the big send-off? Just to wish me luck in my exams? Thanks. I can't disguise the sarcasm in my voice. Goodbye, Mr. Grey. I turn on my heel, vaguely amazed that I don't trip, and without giving him a second glance, I disappear down the sidewalk toward the underground garage. Once underneath the dark, cold concrete of the garage with its bleak, fluorescent light, I lean against the wall and put my head in my hands. What was I thinking? Unbidden and unwelcome tears pool in my eyes. Why am I crying? I sink to the ground, angry at myself for this senseless reaction. Drawing up my knees, I fold in on myself. I want to make myself as small as possible. Perhaps this nonsensical pain will be smaller. The smaller I am. Placing my head on my knees, I let the irrational tears fall unrestrained. I'm crying over the loss of something I never had. How ridiculous. Mourning something that never was my dashed hopes, my dashed dreams, and my soured expectations. I have never been on the receiving end of rejection. Okay, so I was always one of the last to be picked for basketball or volleyball, but I understood that running and doing something else at the same time, like bouncing or throwing a ball, is not my thing. I am a serious liability in any sporting field. Romantically, though, I've never put myself out there ever. A lifetime of insecurity. I'm too pale, too skinny, too scruffy, uncoordinated. My long list of faults goes on. So I have always been the one to rebuff any would-be admirers. There was that guy in my chemistry class who liked me, but no one has ever sparked my interest. No one except Christian. Damn gray. Maybe I should be kinder to the likes of Paul Clayton and Jose Rodriguez, though I'm sure neither of them has been found sobbing alone in dark places. Perhaps I just need a good cry. Stop. Stop now. My subconscious is metaphorically screaming at me, arms folded, leaning on one leg and tapping her foot in frustration. Get in the car, go home, do your studying, forget about him now, and stop all this self-pitying, wallowing crap. I take a deep, steadying breath and stand up. Get it together, Steele. I head for Kate's car, wiping the tears off my face as I do. I will not think of him again. I can just chalk this incident up to experience and concentrate on my exams. Kate is sitting at the dining table at her laptop when I arrive. Her welcoming smile fades when she sees me. Anna, what's wrong? Oh no, not the Catherine Kavanaugh Inquisition. I shake my head in a back off now Kavanaugh way, but I might as well be dealing with a blind, deaf mute. You've been crying. She has an exceptional gift for stating the damned obvious sometimes. What did that bastard do to you? She growls, and her face, geez. She's scary. Thing, Kate. That's actually the problem. The thought brings a wry smile to my face. Then why have you been crying? You never cry, she says, her voice softening. She stands, her green eyes brimming with concern. She puts her arms around me and hugs me. I need to say something just to get her to back off. I was nearly knocked over by a cyclist. It's the best that I can do, but it distracts her momentarily from him. Geez, Anna, are you okay? Were you hurt? She holds me at arm's length and does a quick visual checkup on me. No, Christian saved me, I whisper. But I was quite shaken. I'm not surprised. How was coffee? I know you hate coffee. I had tea. It was fine. Nothing to report really. I don't know why he asked me. He likes you, Anna. She drops her arms. Not anymore. I won't be seeing him again. Yes. I managed to sound matter of fact. Oh, damn it. She's intrigued. I head into the kitchen so that she can't see my face. Yeah, he's a little out of my league, Kate. I say as dryly as I can. Manage. What do you mean? Oh, Kate. It's obvious. I whirl around and face her as she stands in the kitchen doorway. To me, she says, okay, he's got more money than you, but then, he has more money than most people in America. Kate, I shrug. Anna, for heaven's sake, how many times do I have to tell you? You're a total babe, she interrupts me. Oh no, she's off on this tirade. Again. Kate, please, I need to study. I cut her short. She frowns. Do you want to see the article? It's finished. Joe's took some great pictures. Double quotes. Do I need a visual reminder of the beautiful Christian? Don't want you gray? Sure. I magic a smile on my face and stroll over to the laptop. And there he is, staring at me in black and white, staring at me and finding me lacking. I pretend to read the article, all the time meeting his steady gray gaze, searching the photo for some clue as to why he's not the man for me. His own words to me. And it's suddenly blindingly obvious. He's too gloriously good looking. We are poles apart, and from two very different worlds. I have a vision of myself as Icarus flying too close to the sun and crashing and burning as a result. His words make sense. He's not the man for me. This is what he meant, and it makes his rejection easier to accept. Almost. I can live with this. I understand. Very good, Kate. I manage. I'm going to study. I am not going to think about him again for now. I vow to myself, and opening my course notes, I start to read. It's only when I'm in bed, trying to sleep, that I allow my thoughts to drift through my strange morning. I keep coming back to the I don't do the girlfriend thing quote, and I'm angry that I didn't pounce on this information sooner, before I was in his arms mentally begging him with every fiber of my being to kiss me. He'd said it there and then. He didn't want me as a girlfriend. I turn onto my side. Idly, I wonder if perhaps he's celibate. I close my eyes and begin to drift. Maybe he's saving himself. Well, not for you. My sleepy subconscious has a final swipe at me before unleashing itself on my dreams. And that night, I dream of gray eyes and leafy patterns and milk, and I'm running through dark places with eerie strip lighting, and I don't know if I'm running towards something or away from it. It's just not clear. I put my pen down. Finished. My final exam is over. A Cheshire cat grin spreads over my face. It's probably the first time all week that I've smiled. It's Friday, and we shall be celebrating tonight, really. Celebrating. I might even get drunk. I've never been drunk before. I glance across the hall at Kate, and she's still scribbling furiously. 5 minutes to the finish. This is it, the end of my academic career. I shall never have to sit in rows of anxious, isolated students again. Inside I'm doing graceful cartwheels around my head, knowing full well that's the only place I can do graceful cartwheels. Kate stops writing and puts her pen down. She glances across at me, and I catch her Cheshire cat smile, too. We head back to our apartment together in her Mercedes, refusing to discuss our final paper. Kate is more concerned about what she's going to wear to the bar this evening. I am busily fishing around in my purse for my keys. Anna, there's a package for you. Kate is standing on the steps up to the front door holding a brown paper parcel. Odd. I haven't ordered anything from Amazon recently. Kate gives me the parcel and takes my keys to open the front door. It's addressed to Miss Anastasia Steele. There's no sender's address or name. Perhaps it's from my mom or Ray. It's probably from my folks. Open it. Kate is excited as she heads into the kitchen for our examsare finished hurrah champagne. I open the parcel, and inside I find a half-leather box containing 3 seemingly identical old cloth-covered books in mint condition and a plain white card, written on one side, in black ink in neat cursive handwriting, is: "Why didn't you tell me there was danger? Why didn't you warn me?" Ladies know what to guard against, because they read novels that tell them of these tricks. I recognize the quote from Tess. I am stunned by the coincidence as I've just spent 3 hours writing about the novels of Thomas Hardy in my final examination. Perhaps there is no coincidence. Perhaps it's deliberate. I inspect the books closely. 3 volumes of Tess of the D'Urbervilles. I open the front cover of one of the books. Written in an old typeface on the front plate is London, Jack R. Osgood, McIlvaine & Co., 1891. Holy shit, they are first editions. They must be worth a fortune, and I know immediately who sent them. Kate is at my shoulder gazing at the books. She picks up the card. First editions. I whisper. No. Kate's eyes are wide with disbelief. Gray. I nod. Can't think of anyone else. What does this card mean? I have no idea. I think it's a warning, honestly. He keeps warning me off. I have no idea why. It's not like I'm beating his door down. I frown. I know you don't want to talk about him, Anna, but he's seriously into you. Warnings or no, I have not let myself dwell on Christian Grey for the past week, okay? So his gray eyes are still haunting my dreams, and I know it will take an eternity to expunge the feel of his arms around me and his wonderful fragrance from my brain. Why has he sent me this? He told me that I wasn't for him. I've found one Tess first edition for sale in New York for $14,000, but yours look in much better condition. They must have cost more. Kate is consulting her good friend Google. This quote: Tess says it to her mother after Alec d'Urberville has had his wicked way with her. I know, muses Kate. What is he trying to say? I don't know, and I don't care. I can't accept these from him. I'll send them back with an equally baffling quote from some obscure part of the book. The bit where Angel Claire says fuck off. Kate asks with a completely straight face. Yes, that bit. I giggle. I love Kate. She's loyal and supportive. I repack the books and leave them on the dining table. Kate hands me a glass of champagne. To the end of exams and our new life in Seattle. She grins. To the end of exams, our new life in Seattle, and excellent results. We clink glasses and drink. The bar is loud and hectic, full of soon-to-be graduates out to get trashed. Joe's joins us. He won't graduate for another year, but he's in the mood to party and gets us into the spirit of our newfound freedom by buying a pitcher of margaritas for us all. As I down my 5th glass, I know this is not a good idea on top of the champagne. So what now, Anna? Joe's shouts at me over the noise. Kate and I are moving to Seattle. Kate's parents have bought a condo there for her. Dios mo, how the other half live. But you'll be back for my show? Of course, Joe's. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I smile, and he puts his arm around my waist and pulls me close. It means a lot to me that you'll be there, Anna, he whispers in my ear. Another margarita? Joe's Luis Rodriguez, are you trying to get me drunk? Because I think it's working, I giggle. I think I'd better have a beer. I'll go get us a pitcher. More drink, Anna. Kate bellows. Kate has the constitution of an ox. She's got her arm draped over Levi, one of our fellow English students and her usual photographer on the student newspaper. He's given up taking photos of the drunkenness that surrounds him. He only has eyes for Kate. She's all tiny camisole, tight jeans, and high heels, hair piled high with tendrils hanging down softly around her face, her usual stunning self. Me, more of a Converse and t-shirt kind of girl, but I'm wearing my most flattering jeans. I move out of Joe's ease hold and get up from our table. Whoa, head spin. I have to grab the back of the chair. Tequila-based cocktails are not a good idea. Good idea. I make my way to the bar and decide that I should visit the bathroom while I am on my feet. Good thinking, Anna. I stagger off through the crowd. Of course, there's a line, but at least it's quiet and cool in the corridor. I reach for my cell phone to relieve the boredom of waiting. Who did I last call? Was it Joe's? Before that, a number I don't recognize. Oh yes. Gray, I think this is his number. I giggle. I have no idea what the time is. Maybe I'll wake him. If he wants me to stay away, he should leave me alone. I suppress a drunken grin and hit the call button. He answers on the second ring. Anastasia? He's surprised to hear from me. Well, frankly, I'm surprised to be calling him. Then my befuddled brain registers. How does he know it's me? Why did you send me the books? I slur at him. Anastasia, are you okay? You sound strange. His voice is filled with concern. I'm not the strange one, you are. There, that told him my courage, fueled by alcohol. Anastasia, have you been drinking? What's it to you? I'm curious. Where are you? In a bar. Which bar? He sounds exasperated. A bar in Portland. How are you getting home? I'll find a way. This conversation is not going how I expected. Which bar are you in? Why did you send me the books, Christian? Anastasia, where are you? Tell me now. His tone is so dictatorial, his usual control freak. I imagine him as an old-time movie director wearing jodhpurs, holding an old-fashioned megaphone and a riding crop. The image makes me laugh out loud. You're so domineering, giggle, Anna. So help me, where the fuck are you? Christian Grey is swearing at me. I giggle again. I'm in Portland. Ease a long way from Seattle. Where in Portland? Good night, Christian. Anna. I hang up. Though he didn't tell me about the books. I frown. Mission not accomplished. I'm really quite drunk. My head swims uncomfortably as I shuffle with the line. Well, the object of the exercise was to get drunk. I have succeeded. This is what it's like, probably not an experience to be repeated. The line has moved, and it's now my turn. I stare blankly at the poster on the back of the toilet door that extols the virtues of safe sex. Holy crap, did I just call Christian Grey? Shit. My phone rings and it makes me jump. I yelp in surprise. Hi. I bleat timidly into the phone. I hadn't reckoned on this. I'm coming to get you, he says, and hangs up. Only Christian Grey could sound so calm and so threatening at the same time. Holy crap. I pull my jeans up. My heart is thumping. Coming to get me? Oh no, I'm going to be sick. No, I'm fine. Hang on. He's just messing with my head. I didn't tell him where I was. He can't find me here. Besides, it will take him hours to get here from Seattle. And we single quotes LL.be long gone by then. I wash my hands and check my face in the mirror. I look flushed and slightly unfocused. Tequila. I wait at the bar for what feels like an eternity for the pitcher of beer, and eventually return to the table. You've been gone so long. Kate scolds me. Where were you? I was in line for the restroom. Joe's and Levi are having some heated debate about our local baseball team. Joe's pauses in his tirade to pour us all beers, and I take a long sip. Kate, I think I'd better step outside and get some fresh air. Anna, you are such a lightweight. I'll be 5 minutes. I make my way through the crowd again. I am beginning to feel nauseated. My head is spinning uncomfortably, and I'm a little unsteady. On my feet, more unsteady than usual. Drinking in the cool evening air in the parking lot makes me realize how drunk I am. My vision has been affected, and I'm really seeing double of everything like in old reruns of Tom and Jerry cartoons. I think I'm going to be sick. Why did I let myself get this messed up? Anna, Joe's has joined me. You okay? I think I've just had a bit too much to drink. I smile weakly at him. Me too, he murmurs, and his dark eyes are regarding me intently. Do you need a hand? He asks and steps closer, putting his arm around me. Joe's. I'm okay. I've got this. I try to push him away rather feebly. Anna, please, he whispers, and now he's holding me in his arms, pulling me close. Joe's. What are you doing? You know I like you, Anna, please. He has one hand at the small of my back holding me against him, the other at my chin tipping back my head. Holy fuck, he's going to kiss me. No, Joe's. Stop, no, push him. But he's a wall of hard muscle, and I cannot shift him. His hand has slipped into my hair, and he's holding my head in place. Please, Anna, Cario, he whispers against my lips. His breath is soft, and smells too sweet of margarita and beer. He gently trails kisses along my jaw up to the side of my mouth. I feel panicky, drunk, and out of control. The feeling is suffocating. Joe's. No, plead. I don't want this. You are my friend, and I think I'm going to throw up. I think the lady said no. Voice in the dark says quietly. Holy shit, Christian Grey, he's here. How? Joe's releases me. Grey, he says tersely. I glance anxiously up at Christian. He's glowering at Joe's, and he's furious. Crap. My stomach heaves, and I double over, body no longer able to tolerate the alcohol, and I vomit spectacularly onto the ground. Ugh, Dios mo, Anna. Joe's jumps back in disgust. Grey grabs my hair and pulls it out of the firing line and gently leads me over to a raised flower bed on the edge of the parking lot. I note, with deep gratitude, that it's in relative darkness. If you're going to throw up again, do it here. I'll hold you. He has one arm around my shoulders, the other is holding my hair in a makeshift ponytail down my back so it's off my face. I try awkwardly to push him away, but I vomit again and again. Oh, shit. How long is this going to last? Even when my stomach's empty and nothing is coming up, horrible dry heaves rack my body. I vow silently that I'll never ever drink again. This is just too appalling for words. Finally, it stops. My hands are resting on the brick wall of the flower bed, barely holding me up. Vomiting profusely is exhausting. Grey takes his hands off me and passes me a handkerchief. Only he would have a monogrammed, freshly laundered linen handkerchief. CTG. I didn't know you could still buy these. Vaguely I wonder what the T stands for. As I wipe my mouth, I cannot bring myself to look at him. I'm swamped with shame, disgusted with myself. I want to be swallowed up by the azaleas in the flower bed and be anywhere but here. Joe's is still hovering by the entrance to the bar, watching us. I groan and put my head in my hands. This has to be the single worst moment of My life. My head is still swimming as I try to remember a worse one, and I can only come up with Christian's rejection, and this is so many shades darker in terms of humiliation. I risk a peek at him. He's staring down at me, his face composed, giving nothing away. Turning, I glance at Joe's, who looks pretty shamefaced himself and, like me, intimidated by Gray. I glare at him. I have a few choice words for my so-called friend, none of which I can repeat in front of Christian Gray, CEO. Anna? Who are you kidding? He's just seen you hurl all over the ground and into the local flora. There's no disguising your lack of ladylike behavior. He slinks off back into the building. I'm on my own with Gray. Double crap. What should I say to him? Apologize for the phone call. I'm sorry, I mutter, staring at the handkerchief, which I am furiously worrying with my fingers. It's so soft. What are you sorry for, Anastasia? Damn it. He wants his damned pound of flesh. The phone call, mainly. Being sick. Oh, the list is endless, I murmur, feeling my skin coloring up. Please, can I die now? We've all been here. Perhaps not quite as dramatically as you, he says dryly. It's about knowing your limits, Anastasia. I mean, I'm all for pushing limits, but really this is beyond the pale. Do you make a habit of this kind of behavior? My head buzzes with excess alcohol and irritation. What the hell has it got to do with him? I didn't invite him here. He sounds like a middle-aged man scolding me like an errant child. Part of me wants to say that if I want to get drunk every night like this, then it's my decision and nothing to do with him, but I'm not brave enough. Not now that I've thrown up in front of him. Why is he still standing there? No, I say contritely. I've never been drunk before, and right now I have no desire to ever be again. I just don't understand why he's here. I begin to feel faint. He notices my dizziness and grabs me before I fall and hoists me into his arms, holding me close to his chest like a child. Come on, I'll take you home, he murmurs. I need to tell Kate. I'm in his arms again. My brother can tell her. What? My brother Elliot is talking to Miss Kavanaugh. Oh, I don't understand. He was with me when you phoned. In Seattle? I'm confused. No, staying at the Heathmans. Still? Why? How did you find me? I tracked your cell phone, Anastasia. Oh, of course he did. How is that possible? Is it legal? Stalker. My subconscious whispers at me through the cloud of tequila that's still floating in my brain, but somehow, because it's him, I don't mind. Do you have a jacket or a purse? Yes, I came with both. Christian, please, I need to tell Kate. She'll worry. His mouth presses into a hard line, and he sighs heavily. If you must. He sets me down and, taking my hand, leads me back into the bar. I feel weak, still drunk, embarrassed, exhausted, mortified, and on some strange level, absolutely off the charts thrilled. He's clutching my hand. Such a confusing array of emotions. I'll need at least a week to process them all. It's noisy, crowded, and the music has started, so there is a large crowd on the dance floor. Kate is not at our table, and Joe's has disappeared. Levi looks lost and forlorn on his own. Where's Kate? I shout at Levi above the noise. My head is beginning to pound in time to the thumping bass line of the music. Dancing, Levi shouts, and I can tell he's mad. He's eyeing Christian suspiciously. I struggle into my black jacket and place my small shoulder bag over my head so it sits at my hip. I'm ready to go once I've seen Kate. I touch Christian's arm and lean up and shout in his ear. She's on the dance floor, brushing his hair with my nose, smelling his clean, fresh smell. All those forbidden, unfamiliar feelings that I have tried to deny surface and run amok through my drained body. I flush, and somewhere, deep down, my muscles clench deliciously. He rolls his eyes at me and takes my hand again and leads me to the bar. He's served immediately. No waiting for Mr. Control Freak Gray. Does everything come so easily to him? I can't hear what he orders. He hands me a very large glass of iced water. Drink. He shouts his order at me. The moving lights are twisting and turning in time to the music. casting strange colored light and shadows all over the bar and the clientele. He's alternately green, blue, white, and a demonic red. He's watching me intently. I take a tentative sip. All of it, he shouts. He's so overbearing. He runs his hand through his unruly hair. He looks frustrated, angry. What is his problem? Apart from a silly drunk girl calling him in the middle of the night, so he thinks she needs rescuing. And it turns out she does, from her over-amorous friend. Then, seeing her being violently ill at his feet. Oh, Anna, are you ever going to live this down? My subconscious is figuratively tutting and glaring at me over her half-moon specs. I sway a little, and he puts his hand on my shoulder to steady me. I do as I'm told and drink the entire glass. It makes me feel queasy. Taking the glass from me, he places it on the bar. I notice through a blur what he's wearing. A loose white linen shirt, snug jeans, black Converse sneakers, and a dark pinstriped jacket. His shirt is unbuttoned at the top, and I see a sprinkling of hair in the gap. In my groggy frame of mind, he looks yummy. He takes my hand once more. Holy cow, he's leading me onto the dance floor. Shit, I do not dance. He can sense my reluctance, and under the colored lights I see his amused, sardonic smile. He gives my hand a sharp tug, and I'm in his arms again, and he starts to move, taking me with him. Boy, he can dance, and I can't believe that I'm following him, step for step. Maybe it's because I'm drunk that I can keep up. He's holding me tight against him, his body against mine. If he wasn't clutching me so tightly, I'm sure I would swoon at his feet. In the back of my mind, my mother's often recited warning comes to me: never trust a man who can dance. He moves us through the crowded throng of dancers to the other side of the dance floor, and we are beside Kate and Elliot, Christian's brother. The music is pounding away, loud and leery, outside and inside my head. Oh no, Kate is making her moves. She's dancing her ass off, and she only ever does that if she likes someone, really likes someone. It means there'll be 3 of us for breakfast tomorrow morning. Kate. Christian leans over and shouts in Elliot's ear. I cannot hear what he says. Elliot is tall with wide shoulders, curly blonde hair, and light, wickedly gleaming eyes. I can't tell their color under the pulsating heat of the flashing lights. Elliot grins and pulls Kate into his arms, where she is more than happy to be. Kate, even in my inebriated state, I am shocked. She's only just met him. She nods at whatever Elliot says and grins at me and waves. Christian propels us off the dance floor in double time, but I never got to talk to her. Is she okay? I can see where things are heading for her and him. I need to do the safe sex lecture. In the back of my mind, I hope she reads one of the posters on the inside of the bathroom door. My thoughts crash through my brain, fighting the drunk, fuzzy feeling. It's so warm in here, so loud, so colorful, too bright. My head begins to swim. Oh no, and I can feel the floor coming up to meet my face, or so it feels. The last thing I hear before I pass out in Christian Gray's arms is his harsh epithet: fuck.